And now it's Boomer Life. Lifestyle ideas designed to make your life more engaging, meaningful, and complete. Celebrating the baby boomer generation. This is Boomer Life.
Welcome to Boomer Life on AM 650. My name is Simone Grewal. On Boomer Life today, we are focusing in on cold and flu season and cures for the common cold. Welcoming to the studio Greg Samcooley, who is the sales manager at Enerex Botanicals, and Carol Krenna, who is a nutritionist and health journalist. Welcome.
Great to be here with you.
Now, Greg, tell us a little bit about your background with Enerex.
Well, I've been involved with Enerex for a couple of years now and have enjoyed it and helping develop the company. We're a local company located in Port Coquitlam here in town. And we are a full line of different premium supplements offering a number of different things for different ailments for daily life and lifestyle. And myself, like I said, I've been there a couple of years, but I've been in the natural foods industry for over 34 years. So I go back a little ways, going into retail and representing a number of different lines and European companies as well, too. So it's nice to finally get to a great company like Enerex.
What made you want to decide to get into the health industry?
Well, at that time, I was quite young and in need of a job, as my fellow friends all were working away and earning a little bit. So I needed the time to make a little bit of money in my pocket. So opportunity came up, and I got the job and just unpacking boxes in a local health food store in Calgary in the prairies. And ever since then, haven't turned back. Just slowly progressed my way through and worked up the ranks in some of the different stores and the companies, and have not turned back since. It's been a great opportunity. It's a great industry to be a part of, always growing, always helping people.
Always changing.
Changing for sure. So it's a great industry.
And Carol, tell us a little bit about your background.
I am a health journalist. I have been for about 10 years, a journalist for 28 years, and been a certified holistic nutritionist for 12 years now. And I was editor of a health magazine and have written articles for health magazines, including Reader's Digests, Better Health, and More Magazine, Reader's Digest itself. And I also do talks for different groups, everyone from the Stroke Recovery Association to amputees at GF Strong, weight loss. I've done lots of weight loss talks for several different groups, so quite a wide variety of health backgrounds.
Now, today we're focusing in on cold and flu season. It seems like since November, this cold flu season is just not going away. It's been here for a couple of months. Is there a cure for the common cold?
Well, let's say it's the cold, hard facts. No, because the common cold is actually many different types of viruses, hundreds of different types of viruses, and they're changing, or what they say, mutating all the time just to stay alive. So you've got one virus one day that you call a cold, but the next day you could have a completely different virus. And if your body, no matter how healthy you are, if your body has never seen that virus or that cold before, you will get it. And it just depends on your immune system, whether you don't even notice it and kind of passes right through you, or you have really strong symptoms for a couple of days and then it's gone, or it hangs around there for 2 weeks. So very, very different there. And also, your lack of sleep and your energy level, and if you're eating properly, and stress, they can all cause different symptoms. And even if your body has a weakness in it, people see different symptoms in the same virus. So you might think you've got a different virus than your next door neighbor, but it's the same one just because you have a weakness in your body in that area.
Now, as soon as we get the cold, we are automatically looking for something to make us better. And of course, everybody has remedies for various things. But what are some things that we can use to help us fight these colds or the different strains of viruses?
Well, we're talking about black seed oil today and oil of oregano. And one thing that is quite important with these, as opposed to something like echinacea, is that they can be used by anyone that's got autoimmune disorders like multiple sclerosis or rheumatoid arthritis or AIDS. They're not actually recommended to take something like echinacea, because of the way it affects their immune system. So this can be taken by absolutely anyone, both of those ingredients.
So let's talk a little bit about this product, black oregano. What is it?
Black oregano. Well, it's an interesting combination, really, of two different botanical ingredients. We're probably more familiar with oil of oregano, which is commonly more found out there in your health food stores or pharmacies or supermarkets. So black oregano isn't an oregano that is black. It's actually a combination of oil of oregano with black cumin seed oil. Black cumin seed oil, the botanical name is called Nigella sativa. It's more commonly known as black seed oil just in its own way. So what black oregano is a combination of these two botanicals into one formula and one extract. So it makes a real powerful punch. These two have a long traditional use of the different botanicals over a number of different countries as well. But it's combining these two together really to kind of make them as one powerful remedy for the common cold and so many other things.
So how does each one function on its own? So would you ever use black seed oil on its own? Of course, you can use oil of oregano on its own.
Absolutely. Oil of oregano is well used by many people today for a number of different things. It has a lot of different components in it, and you can certainly purchase it on its own for its immune stimulating properties. You can use it internally, externally as well. And black cumin seed oil or black seed oil certainly itself has a long history of use as well too. So people do use it. If I go a little bit back into the history of black seed oil, it goes back thousands of years. It goes back to the ancient Egyptians, really.
Wow.
So it was found in King Tut's tomb. The Prophet Muhammad also references it as well. It's very commonly used in the Middle East. The Russians also use it as well. Back to the Persian times also, it was very common to be used there, both in a culinary use and also in a medicinal use as well too. So it's really going back a long, long ways. Today, as much as we have that traditional use to it, there's more research that's gone into it really in the last 40 years. That's about more of the studies have actually gone to look at what are the components of this great product. So there's more that's been able to be found out about it in terms of helping with our immune system and fighting things like the colds or the flus, but a whole host of other ailments as well too. So it's really combining, black oregano is really combining a great product like oil of oregano with black seed oil.
If you're just tuning in, this is Boomer Life on AM 650 with Simone Grewal, and today we're focusing on cold and flu season and ways we can cure the common cold naturally. In studio with me, Greg Semkouli, who is a sales manager at Enerex Botanicals, and Carol Krenna, who is a nutritionist and health journalist. Now, we're talking about combining black seed oil and oil of oregano. So now you've put them together. We've got black oregano. So what kind of symptoms can we use this for? What cold symptoms?
Well, actually, black seed oil, they found that respiratory symptoms it's the best for, which is interesting because we tend to have a lot of other products out there that we use for a runny nose or congestion, but it's when we get to that sore throat that we really find it's tough to find something that helps. So that's where they found the research is actually best for that. But both of them are powerful antivirals, antibacterial, immune boosters. So they both work together for everything from headaches to the runny nose, like I was saying, congestion, and all of the rundown symptoms that you often feel with a cold.
Okay, and what does it taste like, black oregano? Is it similar tasting to just if you were to go to the store and just buy oil of oregano or to buy black seed oil? Is it a different taste, and how would you kind of use it?
Well, that's one of the things about oil of oregano. If anyone has ever tried oil of oregano, will find it is a very strong tasting thing. It's not using your oregano spice if you're making pasta sauce or spaghetti sauce, something like that. It definitely has a very strong flavor to it. It almost gives your sense a little tingling to it. So when you take oregano that way, you'll get that tingling sensation. With the black oregano, adding the black seed oil to it, it has a little nuttier flavor to it. That's the black seed oil to it. It has that taste to it, but it's definitely very, very strong. So people who aren't used to it are we call it packs a 1-2 punch, really,
Right.
because it does. You put a little bit out. You're not taking a lot, but if you take it directly, it's very, very strong to have that sensation on your tongue. So you're really just taking a couple drops at a time.
A little bit of it. And when is the best time to use it? I know sometimes you want to start using a product if you feel like you've got a cold coming on. Does that help in any way? If you can start with the black oregano sooner, is it better to just wait till you've got these symptoms and then start using it? What is kind of the best way to work with this product?
Like most products, it's just the first 24 to 36 hours because your immune system is still quite strong then, so it's fighting it. But if you take it a few days in, your immune system's already a little bit weaker, so it's not going to have quite the effect as if you get it right away. But they say that if you've already caught the virus, even before you get symptoms, which is why you can actually pass the virus from one person to another when you don't know you've got the cold or the flu. So if you really feel that you're just a little run down, or you know you've been stressed a little bit and you haven't lost your sleep recently, or you're not eating properly, and you just feel not that you've got a virus, but you're getting run down, I would also take it.
To just help you kind of boost how you're feeling even as you go. Now, is this better to use when you've got the cold, or is this something you can start using kind of regularly to offset that?
Well, I think going back with what Carol was saying, we have to heed the symptoms of getting run down, whether or not it's a cold or flu. So, you get maybe the sneezes, you're starting to get that, or you're sneezing a little bit more often than you normally would do, or that scratch or that tickle at the back of the throat, and you think, I just feel that starting to come on. And that's, I think, really when you want to jump on it. And that's what you were saying earlier about making sure when your immune system is still kind of functioning at a good speed that you can help it a lot more, so rather than try and play catch up. But if you do have certainly a cold or cough or bronchitis or anything like that as well too, then it's certainly something you could take when you need it. And certainly it's not something you may want to take all the time. It's really a great acute remedy that you'd have. I think it's one of the best things really to have in every medicine chest that you have at home. So if you have any remedy at home, this is something that you could just have on hand that you need when you need it at the right time. So
now, black oregano is a product that is unique to Enerex Botanicals.
Yes.
So where can we find this product?
The product is available in your local health food stores. So in town here, Vancouver area, you would find it in Choices Markets, Whole Food Markets certainly as well too, your vitamin store, different locations there. If you're over on the island, then we have Lifestyle Markets, Vitamin Shop, Nanaimo, even further up island, Nanaimo Health Shop up there as well too. So you'll find it a lot there. Different pharmacies as well will also carry it. So there's a few PharmaSave locations that will carry it as well.
Enerex.ca is the website. You can get more information as well. Is this kind of something that can be used from ages early on? Is there a specific age that you can start using it at? Like, if for children or teenagers, adults, is it age specific?
Because of the taste factor, I think it's something that it's harder for young kids to get into. But I know even with my youngsters at about age 5 and 4, we started, getting some of these herbals that are really not the most pleasant to taste, but as many saying, if it tastes bad, it must be good for you. So this is certainly one of those cases. You're really taking small drops, so it wouldn't necessarily be something for young infants, 1, 2-year-olds, 3-year-olds, that type of thing. You may want to dilute it a little bit more and give it a much more lower dosage per se than an adult would take. But after that, adults certainly can take quite amounts of it. My youngster as well, he'll take quite a few drops of it when he feels those signs and symptoms coming on. So he's braver than I am to be able to take this. So yeah,
but
it's
it
great.
does taste a little bit like oregano. So if you like the oregano flavor of your Italian dishes, then it's not going to be that unusually foreign to you.
You're listening to Boomer Life on AM 650 with Simone Graywell, and we'll be back and we'll chat a little bit more about some common cures for cold and flu season. Stay with us.
It's all about the baby boomer lifestyle. Boomer Life on AM 650.